How much Liverpool are expected to save on Naby Keita transfer this summer? Revealed, how much Liverpool are expected to save on Naby Keita transfer this summer. Latest Liverpool transfer news includes the figures in Naby Keita deal from RB Leipzig. Liverpool are expected to save as much as £11 million when Naby Keita's move from RB Leipzig goes through this summer. The Reds agreed to sign the midfielder last year, when Leipzig had finished second in the Bundesliga. Performance incentives were included in the deal, which is worth a minimum fee of £48 million, based on Leipzig's league performance this term. The German side haven't been able to replicate their domestic success this season and sit just a point inside Europa League qualification spots. According to The Times, the base figure agreed to land the Ghanaian international is understood to be £48 million. However, if Leipzig qualify for the Europa League, then this figure will increase by £75 million, meaning the Reds will have to cough up £52.75 million. And, if Leipzig qualify for the Champions League, which many expected them to do, including Liverpool, then Jurgen Klopp's men will have to part with £59 million for his services. The Mirror reports they are on course to qualify for the Europa League, but are some way off the pace of securing the Champions League spot. If things continue the way they are going, then Liverpool will save £6.25 million when signing Keita in the transfer window. But if Leipzig fail to qualify for the Europa League, Liverpool will save a whopping £11 million on the deal. Liverpool want to sign Atletico Madrid goalkeeper Jan Oblak, but will have to fork out negation £100 million to meet his buyout clause, according to reports. Jurgen Klopp has backed Loris Karius as the club's current number one, but the Reds boss is said to be preparing to bring in a new goalkeeper ahead of next season, as if he looks to close the gap on Manchester City. The Merseyside club have had no trouble scoring goals, but Karius has failed to stamp his authority between the sticks. Liverpool had long been linked with Roma's Alisson, but their pursuit of the Brazilian stopper is over, while Stoke City's Jack Butland has also been touted with a move to Anfield. Oblak is another stopper on the club's radar, with Spanish publication AS reporting that Liverpool, PSG, Arsenal and Juventus are all interested in acquiring the 25-year-old services. The Slovenian international is reportedly tied with Atletico until 2021, and although the La Liga giants are in no rush to sell, they would have no choice should any interested party stump up the negation £100 million fee. Sky Sports pundit Ian Wright has previously urged the Reds to sign Oblak, and said they should look to land him if they want to challenge City for the Premier League title. "I think if Liverpool are definitely going to challenge City, that's the position they need to strengthen," Wright told Sky Sports. "I would get that keeper, Oblak, kind of light stature. That top keeper that can win you games with saves." Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp has taken another swipe at West Bromwich Albion, saying he is looking forward to the match against Roma this week because they play football on the ground unlike the Baggies. Klopp criticised the Hawthorns pitch after the hosts fought back to claim a 2-2 draw against his side. With Albion having been all but relegated, Klopp described the result as useless and a waste of points. And the Reds' boss has had another pop at Darren Moore's side. When he was asked how Roma will present a different challenge in the Champions League semi-final midweek compared to Albion, he said, "They have set pieces as well, but they don't play only set pieces. Their boys play sometimes on the ground and then you can play football." Jake Livermore and Salomon Rondon got the goals to claim a point for Albion after strikes from Danny Ings and Mo Salah had fired Liverpool in front. Klopp said, "We don't need help like this. I don't have to tell them that was not good enough, we can do better. It is Roma and it will be a completely different game. I like the attitude of the boys. That was so difficult today and they were really trying to do everything. So that is why there is the disappointment, but it is okay. If you play here in a bad game or don't create chances or you cannot live with them, that is then a problem. But in the moment it is only disappointing and the frustration feels so big because it should not happen. The effort we put in again, but then nobody helps you in decisions. The ref gives one free kick after another and you really think, are you serious? Then after the game you come in the dressing room and I see it was a penalty. I don't want to have something that boys don't deserve, but I think the boys deserve more. It is 2-2, there are bigger catastrophes in life. I think now let's go, prepare for Rome."